And this is week 3 of the Cryptohopper cryptocurrency trading bot review. And it's going to be kind of simple today. Sorry that it's not more entertaining, but I'll be real with you with how the week went. My total Bitcoin assets obviously are up, and this is mainly due to the gift of some Bitcoin gold that I got in my Bittrex account and happened to sell at 0.07, which looks like it was a pretty good choice. So that was really the main trade that I made this week. Otherwise, my small position in a few altcoins are starting to recover, but overall still down from their purchase prices due to Bitcoin's continued strength. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at the Cryptohopper. I'll show you what happened this week and some of the feedback I gave to the team. When we left off last week, I'd set the configuration to focus just on signals and focusing on a single signal subscription, which is Crypto Bullet. And after talking with a member of the Cryptohopper team, I decided to slightly change the configuration. So before I had it on just a 3% profit, 6% stop loss. One of the members of the team set up this and showed me how to use the trailing stop loss. And the advantage of this is that you can set your Cryptohopper up to take advantage of a big run, a big pump in a coin, and it will only sell it. The stop loss will engage once it's positive. So I'm trying that out, and I'll show you what's happened this week so far. All right, so selected the allow all coins option so that any coin that the signaler selects will be available. Set the percentage profit for 50% and stop loss of 90%. So basically there is a stop loss, but it's highly unlikely that any coin is going to lose that much in a short period of time. But here's the main key is to set trailing stop loss, trailing when positive, trailing only when positive. This is the magic sauce here, and set a trailing stop loss percentage of 3%. So in other words, once my position reaches 3%, then that trailing stop loss will engage. If it goes up to 6%, 9%, 12%, it's not going to sell it until it either reaches 50% or it goes above 3% and then falls back down 3% to hit the sell. So break-even scenario is that it goes up just 3%, triggers that trailing stop loss, and then goes back down to 0 and sells. Yeah, neutral trade. If it goes up to 4, it would drop down to 1% and sell with a 1% profit. All right, but the main advantage of this is that it's allowing for the coins that are going to have a big run, and that you can get instead of just a 3% a conservative gain on that, you can take advantage of those few coins that really make a great run and make some real money off those trades while also setting stop loss, trailing stop loss once it goes positive. Now, here's the issue with what happened this week, and I may play around with the percentage buy amount to adjust for this. I'm giving the Cryptohopper 0.125 Bitcoin to trade with, and with the percentage buy amount set at 49, it allows basically 2 positions to be open at a time. Now, here's the glitch. Here's what happened this week. If you check my dashboard, I have 2 positions open in Edge. And why is the total higher than 0.125? Well, what happened with the signal this week, and they're both, by the way, Edge is still waiting to pop out of this. Looking at the chart, it is starting to pop out of it today. And if I look at the daily, I think within the next, certainly this week, it's very likely to have a run. It is a great coin. It's something I have in my main positions as well for an altcoin holding because I love that it has an immediate use case and solves a really easy to understand problem. But here's Edge, and here's why I have my full position in here in addition to the position that the Cryptohopper bought. Two things I'll report on. So if we look at the configuration for the signal and see what happened, this signal had a glitch this week, and instead of buying edge just once, it bought it 3 times, right? 3 times all at once. So its highest percentage profit it's hit, and so from its purchase point was 3.74. And after that, I thought that, so anyway, that's what happened. I consolidated it. The Cryptohopper only showed the one position that it purchased, when in fact it had bought all 3 of these edge 3 times. So it exceeded my allocated amount. And since I caught that, I happened to catch that it had done that. I went ahead and put the rest of my entire edge position, which was my normal position plus these 2 additional purchases, in here with the one call that it had made. So as a glitch, I reported it to the team, and they'll get that fixed. But it definitely wasn't an issue for the week. And as a result, that's why I don't have that much to report on, because that edge position has not cleared out yet. And here was the other additional thing that I reported to them that they're getting fixed now, which is this ADA purchase. That went through as well. Even though my maximum allocated amount had already been exceeded, it still did this purchase of ADA. Now, that worked out in my favor. I actually sold it at a smaller profit than this 21%. So glad it went that way. But had it not, that would have, that would have been another snag. But after 3 days, it hit a pretty decent profit amount. I didn't hang on to it that long. I sold it more, just under 4% profit. Well, let's check it out. We'll look over here. Verify what we did exactly. So anyway, haven't been real active with the Hopper this week, but it's still been a good overall week of trading with the Bitcoin Gold. Making a good trade there. And here's the trade history. Oh, and I don't even know what the Civic is that it did as well. I did not catch that. It bought 0.05 Civic and then sold it. I really don't know what that is. I didn't catch that one. And why it sold it at 0.6% loss. Oh, I see why. It's just a position that I had in my account, and I synced it up, and so it went ahead and sold that out. I did that manually. Okay, got it. Anyway, here's the ADA. I sold that at 2.4%, so that was fine. But again, here's the edge, the one that it did, and then the one that I synced up with a position. All the rest of these, as Bitcoin was going up, what I did was synced all of my small positions, and I just did use the panic button to facilitate a sell of all of those. Because I've learned from experience now that when Bitcoin's on a rally and it's going up, all of the other alts are going to plummet. And so except for my core, 6 to 8 that I hold on to even through those conservative positions, the rest of them I just want to liquidate and take advantage of Bitcoin's run, which is looking pretty good overall. All right, so that's the report from the week. Hopefully next week I'll be able to, as soon as these edge positions clear out, I'll go ahead and enable buying again. I'll let the Hopper keep running. I may decrease the percentage position that it's allowed to hold so it buys a little bit smaller, and I can do experiments, let it do more calls. But on the average, this one signal that I'm following is really only making a call like, well, let's see. So in this last week here, it made this call on the 16th, the 17th, the 15th, the 13th, and then before that the 11th and 9th. So it tends to do one like every other day in most cases, and in most cases the profit potential has been a lot higher than these ones recently. It's been just affected because the altcoin market has been in such a dip back here from the 11th ever since Bitcoin's been on his run. But you see historically, a lot of these have been able to hit a lot higher marks. So hopefully we'll clear out the edge positions. We will enable buying again for the signals, and we may play around with tweaking the configuration for the percentage of the total allocated amount it can buy, just to make sure that it doesn't snag with that again. So if you want to play around with this as well, the affiliate link is below the video. Go ahead and start with the free bunny option or whatever suits your fancy and your trading positions. And let me know if you have any other questions or different configuration ideas or things that you verified that are working really well for you. And we'll check it out then. All right, thanks. We'll talk to you next week.